If you don't have a system, you become the system. That's why your day only moves when you push it. And if that sounds familiar, stay with me because in this video, I'm going to show you what a personal operating system actually is and how to build one that lets you scale faster, cleaner, and without burning out. Now picture this, it's 8 a.m., Slack pings, email notifications explode, coffee's already cold, and the day hasn't even started yet. So you're jumping between meetings, fighting fires, and somewhere between tasks you're wondering, why does everything depend on me? That's what happens when you don't have a system. You become the system. Every decision, every follow-up, every next step has to run through you. And the more you achieve, the heavier it gets because what used to feel like control now feels like chaos. But there is a better way to operate. Instead of relying on willpower or memory, you can design a personal operating system, a framework that runs your life with clarity, consistency, and speed. Now let's unpack what that means and why it might be the single biggest upgrade you can give yourself. So a personal operating system is a blueprint that runs your life. It's how you organize your habits, tools, and routines so everything you do works together, like the operating system on your computer. It doesn't do the work for you, but it keeps everything running smoother. Now, most people don't realize this, but they're running 2025 pressure on a 1995 operating system, dated, manual, and constantly crashing. They're making every decision in real time, troubleshooting on the fly, and wondering why they're exhausted by noon. Now, personal operating system changes that. It's not about hacks or color-coded planners. It's about harmony, building an ecosystem that makes performance effortless and sustainable. Because here's the thing, if you don't have a system, you become the system. Now, every project depends on you. Every decision runs through you. Every fire waits for you to put it out. Now, that's the fastest route to burnout. A solid personal operating system flips that script. It gives you leverage. It reduces decision fatigue. It frees up mental space for the work that actually moves the needle. It's how you go from reacting to designing, from managing chaos to running clean. And the payoff, you scale faster, you stay consistent, and you do it without burning yourself out in the process. So now that you know why this matters, let's get practical. Let's walk through how to actually build one using my system framework. So this is the builder's blueprint for designing a personal operating system that scales you and not your workload. Because when your life runs on system, you don't chase productivity, you run on purpose. So the essence system is all about starting with a strategy. Now, every system needs a code, and your purpose is that code. If you don't define what success looks like, you end up optimizing chaos. Start by asking, what am I building toward? So what's the real outcome I want from my energy, my time, my effort? Now, once you define that why, everything else becomes easier to architect. Now, here's an action step you can take today. Write down top 3 priorities this season. These become your operating system directives, the decisions your system will optimize around. Now, every operating system runs on core code. Yours is your purpose. And next one is yield to your habits. Your habits are the background services that keep your life running. They reduce friction, eliminate decision fatigue, and protect your focus. Build one keystone routine, morning, evening, or weekly planning, and make it unshakable. Because every routine you install gives your operating system another process running smoothly in the background. Here's an action step you can take. Choose one keystone routine to install this week. Maybe it's a 10-minute morning reset or a Friday weekly review. Yield to your routine so your brain can focus on the big stuff. Which brings us to the S, all about systemizing your workflows. Now stop starting from scratch. If something happens more than once, systemize it. Create a simple rule. When X happens, I do Y. That's it. Every process, big or small, gets its own SOP. Example, when a new client signs up, create a folder, send a welcome doc, schedule kickoff call. You're not thinking, you are executing. Here's an action step you can take. Identify one recurring pain point and build a repeatable 3-step process for it. Systemize once, execute forever. The next up is about tech that supports. Your tools should serve your system, not become your system. It's easy to drown in dashboards and apps. Keep it lean. Choose tech that integrates, not multiplies. Audit what you're using, which tools are actually helping and which are stealing your focus. Simplify until your tech feels invisible. Here's an action step you can take. Keep one tool per function, one calendar, one task manager, one note system. Your tech should run quietly in the background, not hijack your focus. And the E here is all about energizing the operator. This is how we protect the hardware. You are the hardware. If the hardware crashes, it doesn't matter how sleek the software is. Build self-maintenance into your operating system. Sleep, movement, boundaries, nutrition, recovery. Don't treat these as add-ons. They're non-negotiable system processes because you can't scale what's burning out. And here's an action step you can take today. Schedule one daily recharge ritual. Could be walks, workouts, breath work, or stillness, and make it sacred. Protect your energy like uptime depends on it, because it does. And finally, M is about what? Maintain and modify. Every operating system needs updates. As you evolve, your system has to evolve with you. What worked last year might be outdated now. Set a rhythm for review. Once a month, check what's clunky. Once a quarter, run a full audit. Delete what no longer serves. Upgrade what does. And here's what you can do. Add a system checkup to your calendar, monthly reflection, quarterly audit. Treat it like software update, don't and install. So that's the system framework. Start with strategy, use your habits, systemize your workflows, tech that supports, energize the operator, and maintain and modify. Because when your system runs, you don't have to. You're no longer relying on motivation. You're powered by momentum. You got routines that keep you grounded, processes that keep you organized, tools that support you instead of distract you, and energy practices that protect the operator behind it all. And that's how you scale faster, cleaner, without burnout. So remember this, when you build your personal operating system, you stop surviving your days and start running them like a pro. But maybe you're watching this and thinking, I'm already there. The crash, the fork, the exhaustion. Your system's not just outdated. It's breaking down. If that's you, don't skip this next step, because burnout isn't permanent. It's a process. And when you understand the recovery timeline, you can rebuild without losing momentum. Check out my next video, Burnout Recovery Timeline, how long it takes and why. Inside, I'll break down what actually happens to your energy and focus when you're burnt out, how long it really takes to recover, and the exact stages to expect along the way. So click right here and let's start rebuilding your system from the inside out.